What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal Red. And we back for some more of that Ali Land boxing talk, people. And today we talking Pacquiao saved PBC Boxing. Young fighters should thank Pacman. Alright, y'all, you know, a lot of disrespect going on, man. A lot of people just throwing shade at Pacman's name, Pacquiao's name. I don't, you know, it's not a new thing, you know. It's been going on for years, you know. It's really, to me, it's like a lot of Mayweather fans that are kind of, you know, their feelings are kind of hurt. You know, Floyd's irrelevant now, and they're looking for the next guy. You know, I spoke about this a few months back in another video about, you know, what's going to happen to the Floyd fans when Floyd becomes inactive in the sport of boxing. Where all these fans are going to go, and you know, it seems like a lot of them are clinging on to Errol Spence, and you know, they're becoming Spence fans because, you know, Spence is undefeated. You know, they can still feel like they're with an undefeated fighter. He's black, he's African American, so, you know, they feel like they're supporting their race. But I just don't understand, you know, the level of disrespect for what Pacquiao has actually done in the sport of boxing, man. Nobody's gonna break that A division, you know, A division world champion record. You know, that's probably a record that's gonna stand for many decades to come. You know, I don't see another guy coming from 108 pounds and going up to 154 pounds and fighting and becoming a champion the whole way. You know, that's some once in 2 or 3 lifetime, you know, improbabilities right there, man. You know, nobody's going to. It's going to be really difficult for somebody else to actually achieve that, man. It's going to take a real special fighter to actually achieve what Manny Pacquiao, just that one accolade that Manny Pacquiao has achieved. You know, it's going to take a real special fighter to just break that record. I just feel like, man, you know, when you think about the whole racial aspect that comes along with talking about boxing and being involved in the boxing community, it's kind of crazy, man, because like I said, a lot of this, and I hate to turn it into a race thing, but a lot of this goes back to the Floyd-Pacquiao situation. A lot of this is because Floyd fans don't have anything else, like I said in the beginning, to cling on to anymore. and their whole rap now is just to down anything positive Pacquiao achieves with what's left of his career. And since, you know, since moving over to PBC Boxing, and this is where I'm going to get into the topic. You know, PBC Boxing, it was gaining a name, but it was very slow. A lot of likable guys at PBC Boxing. All the welterweights are pretty much at PBC Boxing, but PBC Boxing had one big problem to me is they can't sell pay-per-views. You know, they can't seem to sell out their events, and it doesn't matter whose name was attached to it. If you watch the Sean Porter fight and you look at the crowd, there wasn't very many people in the crowd. Now I will say this for the Sean Porter fight. It was cold that day, and that fight was outside. I don't know why they planned that fight to be outside. So there might be a reason why it wasn't very many people there. If you watch the Keith Thurman fight, it wasn't a sold-out fight. You know, you watch some of Deontay Wilder's fights, they're not sold-out events, you know, unless you talk about the Wilder-Fury fight, you know. Now, I mention that because, you know, when you brought Pacquiao over, now all these welterweights, you know, who call him old and call him washed up, say he can get knocked out with one punch, Marquez effect. they all have the ability to sell out a pay-per-view now because they can attach their name to Manny Pacquiao. And, you know, all the fans, all the boxing fans of these people should realize one thing. You should actually be bowing and thanking Manny Pacquiao. You should be bowing at that man's feet, because he's going to be the reason your favorite fighter gets over now. You know, like I always bring this wrestling analogy up with the getting over. You know, you have to put certain people over. And PBC had all the young fighters, but these guys, like I said, I'm gonna use a Leon Muhammad terminology. These guys can't sell flies, man. These guys can't sell, you know, they can't sell themselves the fight. You know what I'm saying? So you got all the fans of the Sean Porters, the Keith Thurmans, the Danny Garcias. You should really be thanking Manny Pacquiao for coming over there, man, because just attaching your name to his name is gonna help you to sell your event. Just mentioning his name and saying, I want to fight this guy, whether you have a chance of actually fighting him and beating him or not, you know, it's broadcasting your name to a higher number of people. You know, a lot more people are paying attention to what you say once you attach your name, Manny Pacquiao's name, to your name. So, you know, all these young guys, all these young fighters at PBC, you should really be thanking Manny Pacquiao right now, man. And all these disgruntled Floyd Mayweather fans that have become Errol Spence fans and feel like now they have to attack. They have a new weapon to go attack Pacquiao, and anybody who attaches their name to Pacquiao, you know, you guys are. You should be thanking Pacquiao too, man, because it makes you relevant again. You guys, all you Mayweather fans that were irrelevant for a year and a half while Mayweather was fighting the McGregors and Khabibs of the world, you know, you were really relevant and you were becoming a joke within the sport of boxing. And now you got Errol Spence, you got your African-American fighter. You know, race plays a big role in this whole dynamic, man, because black people, you know, we love wealth and we love being the center of attention, man. So a lot of these guys, you know, without Mayweather, there was nobody to make them the center of attention, you know. And, you know, with Errol Spence being undefeated, him being a black guy, he likes jewelry, you know, he likes the African-American culture. So, you know, it makes those guys feel relevant again, man. And, you know, you got me, the guy, the African-American guy, you know, I'm from where I'm from, you know, I'm the guy I am, you know, whatever. But I'm a Pacquiao fan, you know, and I respect boxing as a whole, man, not just boxing from an African-American standpoint as an African-American fan. And, you know, I look at boxing from a rational mind state, and I look at being a boxing fan from a rational standpoint of, I like a person because of their skill set, not because I identify with their skin color. And I just feel like Manny Pacquiao is the most talented guy out there, all around, not in just one, not with just one skill set. He's the most all-around talented fighter out there. And I'm not going to let my race determine who I like or who I push or whose content I push. You know, I never disrespect Errol Spence. I never picked Mikey Garcia to win that fight. So if that's how you felt, man, you know, take it how you take it. You know, it's whatever. You'll definitely never say it to my face, so I could really care less, to tell you the truth. But I didn't pick Mikey. You know, I'm not one of those guys who rambles about boxing because, you know, or who rambles about African-American boxers because I feel like it's going to give me a higher fan base. I'm going to push the content I want to push. You know, this is mine. I built this. I can do what I want to do with it. So, you know, if you don't like it, go away. So, man, like I said, bro, you know, you guys should really be thanking Pacquiao, man. All you disgruntled Mayweather fans out there who feel like Pacquiao is old, well, you got to realize one thing. A lot of these guys are irrelevant right now. without Manny Pacquiao. You know, when Manny Pacquiao came over, the effect of Manny Pacquiao leaving Top Rank to go over to PBC has made most of those guys, you know, famous, you know, within the boxing world. To where you were only famous to the PBC crowd, now a lot of people know who you are. You know, you're becoming global superstars thanks to Manny Pacquiao. So don't bite the hand that feeds you, man. It could come back and bite you again. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Just be happy with what you got. You know, half you guys can't beat Pacquiao anyway. It's just the truth of the matter. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. We will be back with the daily content. I took a little break, man. When I caught that little 48-hour hold on my channel when I was doing some behind-the-scenes work, man. When you don't do daily content on YouTube, you can get real lazy when you take a day or two off. So I got lazy for a week, man, but we back. Like I said, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Head over to the community section. You want to be a part of the community. Hit that like button for me, and please subscribe. If you know any homeless people, man, 1 minute of your life and some leftovers can really change a life, man. So give up a minute, change your life. You never know who you're helping. If you ain't got nothing else to talk about, just tell them about boxing. Ollie Land Boxing Talk, Cardinal Red, and we out of here.